All right, everyone, buckle up. Because today we're whisking you away to a place that's practically bursting with ancient wonders and vibrant culture, right? It's Bagan in Myanmar. Get ready to feel like you're right there, soaking in the atmosphere.
It's amazing to think about it. A place where literally thousands of these ancient temples, pagodas, each one with its own story just waiting to be told, all scattered across the landscape. It's no surprise it snagged a coveted spot on the UNESCO World Heritage list.
Thousands. Seriously, I can't even wrap my head around that. We're looking at some aerial photos here, and wow, just wow. What's it actually like seeing Bagan from up there?
Okay, imagine this. You're up in the air, right? You look down, and it's this vast plain. And suddenly, gam! It's like the earth is dotted with these ancient structures, all different shapes and sizes. Some perfectly preserved, others showing the wear and tear of centuries gone by, like a snapshot of a civilization frozen in time.
Man, that gives me chills just thinking about it. So where do we even start with so many temples? It's got to be tough to choose.
Let's kick things off with one that's considered among the most sacred, the Shwezigon Pagoda. Built all the way back in the 11th century, it has this gleaming, golden stupa said to hold relics of the Buddha himself.
The 11th century, that's what, almost 1,000 years ago? What makes the Shwezigon Pagoda so special, even among all the others?
Well, for one thing, it's considered the prototype, the model for all those Burmese stupas that came after.
Yeah.
It's like the blueprint, not just the design, but the sacred aspect too, and the craftsmanship. The carvings are so intricate. They tell a story, making it more than just a pretty building. It's like a living, breathing testament to faith and history.
It's mind-blowing how these structures have survived for so long.
Mm.
And speaking of incredible architecture, we can't forget the Ananda Pagoda, can we?
Oh, absolutely not. If the Shwezigon set the stage, the Ananda took it to a whole new level. I mean, picture a building so grand that it took over a decade, 12 years, and countless skilled artisans to complete. It's huge, almost as tall as the Taj Mahal. And inside, it houses these 4 magnificent Buddha statues, each facing a different direction.
No, that's impressive. You mentioned frescoes earlier. Are those inside the Ananda Pagoda too?
Yeah. They cover the walls, hundreds of them. Each one tells a different story from the Buddha's life, like a visual guide through Buddhist teachings. You walk down these corridors, and it's like stepping into a vibrant storybook from centuries past.
From the serenity of the temples to the bustling energy of the markets, right? Our research tells us the Nyaung U Market is an absolute must-see. I bet it's a whirlwind of sights, sounds, and smells.
Oh, it totally is. You'll be weaving through stalls packed with colorful fabrics, spices that make your nose tingle, and the air is buzzing with friendly chatter. It's a full-on sensory experience.
Sounds like the perfect place to soak up the local culture. Speaking of which, I came across something called thanaka. What's the deal with that?
Thanaka. It's more than just makeup. It's part of their identity, woven into Burmese culture. You'll see everyone, kids, adults, even older folks, wearing this paste on their faces. It's yellowish, made from ground-up tree bark.
So it's kind of like a cosmetic, but with a deeper cultural meaning.
There you go. It smells nice, works as a natural sunscreen. But more than that, it's a symbol of pride in their heritage, something passed down through generations, connecting them to the land and each other.
From natural beauty to unique drinks, gotta ask about this toddy wine I keep hearing about. What makes it so special?
Well, it's definitely different, in a good way. It's made by fermenting the sap from palm trees, and the taste. Let's just say it's an adventure for your taste buds. Sweet, a little tangy, something you won't soon forget.
I'm always up for trying new things, especially when it comes to local flavors. But let's shift gears for a second. Our sources mention the Ayeyarwady River. Seems like the perfect way to experience Bagan's beauty from a whole new perspective, right?
Oh, for sure. Close your eyes and imagine. You're on a boat, the sun's setting, the sky is exploding with color, and those ancient temples. They're silhouetted against this amazing backdrop, reflected in the water. Pure magic.
Okay, now that's a picture-perfect moment. Talk about breathtaking scenery. And speaking of artistry, we have to mention the incredible lacquerware tradition in Bagan.
It's not just a souvenir, it's an art form. They've been making this stuff for generations, each piece meticulously crafted. You won't believe the patience it takes. Layer upon layer of lacquer, each one has to dry for weeks before they add the next one.
And I bet each piece has its own unique story woven into it.
You got it. The type of bamboo they use, the designs they carve, it's more than just an object. It's got the soul of Bagan's artistic heritage passed down through the generations.
It's amazing how a single place can be home to so much history, culture, and beauty.
It really is. Wandering through those temples, the markets, and then just soaking in the scenery. It makes you wonder.
Yeah.
What other hidden gems are out there, tucked away in different corners of the world?
And what other traditions, what other stories are waiting to be discovered? Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us.